Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the Nicholas. This is on sale in the shop. It is actually a fun destroyer. It is one that you need to be aggressive on. You can't be scared in this ship. We are using Vincent Mordoff for anybody that only uses free-to-play commanders. This is Halsey. Just use Halsey with the same setup. Eric Bay, Jersey Swirsky, Observant Range, Look at Me Now, Perceptive, and Sheltered Arms. Now, you won't have that in Sheltered Arms if you have Halsey, Take Smoke on the Water, and always we're going to use Unstoppable as our legendary skill. Our upgrade, we're taking Aiming Systems Mod 1. And for your smoke generator, you have two of them, and they're solid. They're American, so they're going to be pretty good. Um, Not quite as good as like Summoners or the higher tier ones, but it's still really good. And engine boost, you have two of them, and then you have three defensive AA fires. Now, I know this doesn't seem like much because it's on a destroyer, but a 400% one is very good. And not that this ship has great AA, but when you have the defensive AA like this will guarantee you shoot down some planes when you're getting harassed. This is actually handy to have because you're going to be fighting tier 5s and tier 3s a lot, and there's a lot of carriers there. Because of that, it's one of my favorite destroyers. If I have to play at that tier, I generally don't. It's tier 4, right? So we try to stay out of that. Survivability, 13,000 hit points, which for tier 4, actually not too bad. And for your main battery, you have four 127s. And the big thing with these is that they reload in 3.6 seconds. So this thing, you're going to be able to out DPM other gunboats if you find them, right? Like that's not an issue at all. This is a good gunboat. The thing is, this is a higher ceiling destroyer than the others, and the reason is the torpedoes, and we'll get to that here in a second. But the guns are accurate. HE is 1800 at 5%. Remember, you're throwing out 4 shells every 3.5 seconds, so you're going to throw enough shells where you will eventually start fires. The AP damage, if you get a Citadel, is 2100. If you get close enough to a destroyer, you can actually uh, Citadel them. And so just remember that, especially exposed Citadels, you get close to, like, for example, a Pensacola or a Omaha, you're going to be able to definitely get some damage in, right? If you get close. Now, you don't necessarily want to be there if you can help it, but if you are, you also have these Torps, and if you're a new player, you're not gonna like this ship. I'll be honest, because I don't think I did when I first got it, and now that I got back into it, I really do like it. You have 6 torpedoes on each side, so you have two sets of three on each side, and they're only 5.5 kilometers, and they're terribly slow at 56 knots. However, if you run full detection like we do with Sims and Swirsky, you can still use these torpedoes, especially if somebody's charging you. And these are very good for ambush tactics. Reason being is there's not a ton of destroyers at the tier, in my opinion. They're gonna make light work of a full health battleship. You have 6 of these per side. That means you can do up to 66,000 damage almost every time. If you get your tarps on target and you're close, you're gonna absolutely wreck whatever it is. And then you have 2 sets on each side, right? So you have a set on the left side and a set on the right side. They reload in 66 seconds. I'm not saying that you got to ambush everybody, and I'm not saying that. But when you figure the ship out, if you're comfortable with doing it, it works really well. Or if you get come around a corner and somebody's there, right? And we've all had that happen from time to time. So, AA defense. Now remember, you have the defensive AA consumable. So 400% turns us into relatively decent AA, especially for a destroyer. And you're going to be able to take down planes, especially if a tier 3 comes at you, right? Because at tier 4, you could get tier 5 and tier 3 carriers. And let's be honest, you're going to see quite a bit of them. And having a destroyer that can defend itself a little bit from a aircraft carrier is a very good thing. Like I know Kamikaze's obviously broken at the tier, but this is a very good option once you. It's a higher skill ceiling than Kamikaze, but once you learn the ship, very good maneuverability. Although these numbers don't seem impressive, this is a big destroyer. Okay, this is even bigger than like a Mahan or a Farragut. It's was Nicholas was a or this is based on a destroyer leader, so they're a little bit bigger than normal destroyers. And for this thing to have 37 knots and still a decent turning circle and a good rudder, things really shifty. Very impressive for what this ship is. Concealment 5 kilometers, and that, you want to have your concealment down to what you can. And the reason is you're going to be going up kamikazes, isukazes, just a ton of Japanese destroyers that are going to out detect you if they have a good captain. And that's what you got to worry about. You don't have to worry about the guys that don't have good captains. You're probably going to maul them, right? But you want that detection down because you come across the kamikaze with 4.6. If you have this thing out at 6 kilometers, his team's going to be able to shoot you forever while you do nothing. Statistics, I don't know what these are because these were back when I must have first got it. I just played the one match in it today that I'm going to showcase to you guys. And to be honest, it's tier 4. I'm not going to showcase or I'm not going to play the match or play a million matches at that tier. However, I do have a good showcase of the ship here for you guys today, a really good one. Now, for your armor, it's a destroyer, right? You don't want to be shot all the time for no reason if you can help it. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we're on Greece, and you can see where my located perk. Now, if you're a newer player, you definitely want to take Perceptive or Twist and Track because you can see that little shaded half circle we got on our screen telling us where the nearest person is. Now, it looks like they're bailing on this B and C side, which almost always happens at Greece. So I'm just assuming that destroyer's bailing, right? We were not spotted. So it just looks like that destroyer is heading over. And just to be safe, we're going to dump torpedoes. You can see this has pretty good torp angles on it as well. And we're going to push forward and try to take the sea. Because again, that destroyer is the closest thing to us, right? And it looks like he's going to the middle and bailing on this side, which is exactly what normally does actually happen. Turns out this is actually a kamikaze on our side, so he's got really good detection. And when you run across kamikazes, they can be pretty good players. Now, you can see I have an old crap brown pants moment, right? We come around the corner, we're spotted. We are going to do our best to make ourselves skinny, and we have no choice right now. I mean, we could have stopped if we wanted to, but we're going to showcase these torpedoes a little bit. Now, I'm going to actually let these go a little bit early because he's kind of in a full turn, and in order to even miss these, it's going to be really hard. But again, you can see we hit 3 of them, and it was enough to kill him, right? And we just absolutely deb strike him. So, once we change our pants, we'll continue on with this match here. Now you're going to see I'm locating somebody here. So again, I'm kind of thinking, you know, until that B cap started going, that I have to worry about this other destroyer here. Now, however, you're going to see our cruiser is going to make a move back over towards B, and I'm going to decide to go help him, right? And the reason being is two of us against the destroyer are much stronger, especially because I rounded a corner and there was somebody there and I lost half of my health. Even losing half of my health, you're still going to be able to take on most destroyers. Okay? This thing is going to maul most of the people that you run across. If you can get them spotted quick enough before you have to worry about torps coming at you or the enemy team shooting you. So you do want to get that detection as close to 5 as you can. Because of that, without taking the perk that hurts your health. Don't do that. Now you can see clearly there is 6 very distinctive torpedoes here, meaning this is a Japanese kamikaze. And that's when I'm like, I'm going to help this Sawaki. He seems to be worried about the right things, right? He's worried about the destroyer. He defended our cap. He pushed him out of our cap. And I'm going to start to ping the map of where this guy is. And to our Iwaki's credit, he's going to actually pay attention. All right? So one thing when you're in these lower tiers, you run across these premium ships at these lower tiers, more times than not, they're going to be a half decent player, right? Then maybe like in a tier 3 Isakazi with a level 1 commander. You can see I'm pinging the map for him to let him know where they're coming from, right? So at least he can figure out what side he's got to worry about. He's clearly paying attention. He's talking back to me, saying, gotcha. And then I'm just going to focus him down. And you're going to notice a kamikaze does not outspot us by that much. And you're going to see once we get guns on target, we're just going to melt him. And also our teammate does help us as well. And we're going to drop some torpedoes. And the reason is if he stays in there and hides, I want him to eat them torpedoes, which at low tiers happens quite a bit. And you can see here, we're just going to make ourselves skinny, right? We know we have help. There's no reason to panic. We know torpedoes are coming. We want to point at them just like this and let our cruiser help us out. There's no, we clearly had a teammate, knew what he was doing, so might as well utilize him. Now we get located back over to there. We stop kamikaze. We've gotten rid of 2 important pieces to their team, and you can see their team is dying very quickly. So I tell Iwaki, thank you for the help, and we're going to go ahead and speed up, and I'm going to go hunt down this other destroyer. Now, you guys are going to laugh hysterically, because at the time I was pretty nervous about this destroyer. He's going to be AFK, and because I knew I was only going to do 1 video for this ship, because this was already a decent showcase of the ship, I'm going to get greedy, and I did this so you guys can see me being a dork. We're going to go ahead here. We're going to start shooting Wakeful. Once I realize he's AFK, we're actually going to slow down, and I'm sorry, Iwaki, if you're watching this. I just smoke up so we can't see him. And we're just gonna totally steal this kill. I'm so sorry, Iwaki. I just thought this would be funny for the video. And I want to make sure he doesn't move. I pop out for a second. Nope, he don't move. He's gonna die. And we're gonna get our second depth strike of the match in a very slimy, dirty fashion. I'm sorry, Iwaki. He helped me. He deserved better than that. But I thought it'd be kind of funny for the video. Anyway... You guys have a wonderful, our top leaderboard helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day, and you can call me Scummy down in the comments if you want. I won't feel bad. See you guys next time, folks.